Oh yeah. Not only is he down, but like he's already cooking. He's already cooked. He's gone to sleep because he said some weird stuff about like notification on his phone, and he started saying some things about WoW or something. I don't know. He a nerd.
Oh yeah, fucking. He watches his like grandkids play World of Warcraft occasionally.
Jeez, freaking.
So
Yeah, I don't know. He's old. I guess that's what old grandpas do.
mm,
Well, he did say he's coming out of retirement and he's going to help us with this case.
that is amazing.
And he already like, bro, we only had told him like 20% of the story. He already had made a bunch of phone calls. He was calling for judges and fucking. Uh, we ended up meeting up with Angel, and like they were on the side talking for like 15 minutes. Uh, I don't know what the hell they talked about, but all I know is they talked for like 15 minutes, and I think he was like picking apart a lot of things that PD did wrong. And then Crane ended up giving a call to Moss, made her look stupid, kept like questioning everything they were doing, and then we went to the SAC after the conversation was over. 10 minutes later, the house is out of lockdown, so he's doing something right. The house has been
So
locked down till this day.
yeah. So um, did Jordan tell you what happened last night?
Oh, apparently they fucking raided again.
Yep. So the reason I word it like that is I got to be cautious, right? Because I'm literally sitting in the back of their vehicle while all this shit is happening. So I was so happy Jordan was there so he could pass on the info. But y'all really need to find out what happened in the second raid. And Crane should be able to get that information because a lot of things were left behind. Now, the way it was explained to me, it might be because of not everyone can see what's inside something type shit, but I don't think that changes the fact that they knew. Look, the evidence that they collected is fucking dog water. Like, I genuinely, and I'll say it again, is that if this evidence is not thrown out, I do not believe in the system anymore. Number one, regardless of everything else, they took out evidence out of the evidence to show other people before there's even a docket filing, before there's even bail conditions. Number two, evidence was left behind. How do you trust any of the evidence? Throw it the fuck out. When you throw it out, there is no case. That makes sense, right? What I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you can't, like, it's not a fucking game, you know, to play with shit. Like,
yeah. Yeah.
And if anything, the second raid happened after they played with the evidence. Like, one could even say these are criminal charges.
That's kind of crazy. I mean, you've seen the pictures too, right?
Yeah.
Not only were they showing them, they're flaunting those things.
Yeah, they were fucking holding them out.
Like, there's a difference between like just like, you know, hey, here it is, put it on the table or something. Like, no, this guy was flexing that shit.
Yeah. It's they were so hopped up on excitement that they did probably one of the I could not, it's insane. And going back to, they have no leg to stand on and say that, oh, these were other guns. No, because they themselves, I was in the PD meeting in which they stated that they've never seen these on the street. So, in other words, there is no argument that they can make that this is not the evidenced guns. They've never saw the shotguns. They've never seen like the fucking ARs. So, and you know, obviously, once again, Flip, it cannot come out that I'm giving this, but if I was brought to the stand or whatever, obviously I'm gonna tell the truth. You know what
'Cause
I'm
you have
saying?
to. You understand?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
the fucking man. I can't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I genuinely, between us, I like just straight up want to get rid of TRT. Obviously, it's not directly in my purview, but this is the kind of shit that's resulting in this behavior. And I gave Den plenty of opportunities, but this ragtag fucking internal gang force or whatever is a detriment to the entirety of San Andreas at this point. They're a liability. So, I don't think this story ends with just this raid. And you know, motherfuckers got to be put in their place. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
That's
Oh,
crazy. You know, I literally like the worst part about this whole thing that like it just makes me like giggle a little bit. This fucking loser Denzel, I know is like the head guy of this. Like, bro, I'm not even kidding. I'm the only reason he has a job right now. You know, this
wait, what do you
guy
mean?
at his peak of stupidity was doing so much dumb shit, was calling me, instigating, pulling me aside of scenes, talking shit, and like his whole PD knew about it. I was telling the PD so much about it, and he was so close to getting fired. I had a meeting with like 3 LSPD officers, and they literally are like, "Okay, what's going on?" I started mentioning his name just a little bit. Okay, these guys kept asking me questions left and right about Denzel. These guys were ready to fire him. They were so ready to fire him. And I talked it down, made it seem like he wasn't a big deal, and I blamed the PD overall instead of just focusing him, when in reality it was mostly him.
I think you and I went through the same process you did because I also have been giving Den a lot of rope because I do like Den. I know that I can go at him and I'm going to get something back. You know what I mean? He's at least
Yeah,
approachable regardless of the situation. But the thing is, I think he feels so protected now that, and because he's got this thing in him, Den is always out for it. Den. You know what? Okay, I'll tell you exactly what happened, and this will make a bit more sense. Imagine if I did not do what I did, Den would also be out. I've advocated that, hey, listen, he's a psycho, but at least he's an interesting psycho, right? But after some things happened earlier this week, there was a ton of shootouts with a lot of districts. And I, as the man, need to know why the fuck there's shootouts in Cyprus, why there's shootouts in Vespucci. Like, what is the upheaval? And this fucking motherfucker kept saying, well, they're just gangsters. I'm like, you think the mayor wants to hear they're just gangsters? I want to know what the fuck is causing it, bitch. You're a goddamn cop. You're supposed to know those answers. After failing to give it to me, I gave him 2 other chances to go back and find out. He refused to do it. Myself and Peters then contemplated putting like someone like Peach in charge to go reach out and like find out like what's causing like upheaval, right? Because I do not believe people just want to shoot cops for fun. That's fucking bullshit. This bitch went and called his fucking TRT boys and told them to start rolling it into Cyprus. This is the kind of rat fuck this guy is.
that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
actually insane.
Fucking Mr. Checkers, like literally thinking he's playing chess here. I fucking called him out on his bullshit. And, but I think the line's been crossed for me.
I
I'll
don't.
play nice with him, but no. Ain't no.
I don't think he realizes like he thinks he can like smart a lot of people, but the games he plays is so obvious, man. He likes to pretend like he plays dumb a lot.
There is an aspect that I like about that in that I like that he's not doing it like behind closed doors in a circle and you don't see it coming type shit.
Oh, it's so
just
obvious.
he's got to be pulled the fuck back. They let their cops die to get a raid.
That's crazy.
But are you feeling better about everything?
Yes, I am actually, to be honest.
Um,
Definitely much better.
yeah. I think
I think just securing and knowing that Crane is 100% in, and just like, even though I knew him being involved already was like a game-changing thing, but just knowing that him being involved for like 20 minutes, getting the house out of lockdown, making like Angel come meet with us, and they had a 20-minute conversation. So many things like
yeah.
it's very good for us.
Yeah. Crane's a rare breed. You know what I mean? It's you need someone like him, otherwise, you know, you
I
just
mean, who better to be your lawyer than the guy that wrote most of the legislation and like laws that are currently in the city? He wrote half the shit, bro.
uh, he didn't actually. You
Did he
mean back
not?
in the day? No. No, no.
Was he not a
It,
part of DOJ in the beginning?
he was, but everything got rewritten. He's still
Uh,
amazing. Yeah, I agree with the sentiment, but yeah. No, it was
well,
written
either
by
way,
yeah,
I
yeah.
get my biggest point is like he
He
was a
is the
big part of like
OG
doing a lot.
is what
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
saying. And yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah.
agree with that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's this is going to be good. I is are your the people in holds, they should be out now, right?
Yeah, yeah, they're out. They are out.
I think this is going to expose quite a bit. Like if Crane wanted to go really deep, honestly, he should go and subpoena Den and the other TRT's fucking phones. Because tell me if I'm cooked here, but if they were willing to reach out to like Mandem and show him or Mana and show him the fucking weapons, who knows what else they texted people about your shit. Who knows what fucking cooked shit they were communicating with other people.
Yeah. You think you think they'd be able to get like the records and stuff subpoenaed? I don't know how that works.
Yes. So the way that it would work is well, the first step here is before this even goes, the moment the docket hits, like I don't know what Crane's cooking, right? So we might be on the same wavelength, the different wavelength, but I'm presuming he's aware about this like evidence tampering. Is that the moment it comes to light, right? All this evidence that gets entered in about the photographs and da 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 da. It then draws into question that their cell phones may have been used to pass on some of this knowledge. So Crane can request it on the docket, and it's unlikely it will be denied. So now that that's open up for review, who you then see what's on there, and then you can keep expanding. It may not be necessary, but it can, you know, it depends how much damage you want to do to the cops. Like you can really fuck them.
You know, I'm all about mind games, and like I think this is a terrible idea, probably. And I'm just asking what your thoughts of it is. If I went on Twitter right now and be like, Denzel be playing with evidence or some shit like that, like, can I do that? Would that fuck up anything? I feel like it wouldn't, right? Anything that just puts Banner in a bad look, but like I don't think they give a fuck anyways.
I hesitate since Crane is your. So here's what I'm gonna say, right? I always believe that when you have a lawyer that's cooking for you, let them make the choices. And
Okay,
so I don't want to say, I think you're fine. And then it turns out Crane believes otherwise. And he's on You know what I'm saying? I don't want to add spice to something that he's
Yeah.
already cooking and indirectly screw him and you over. But
Yeah.
at
Makes
face
sense.
value, I think getting cops to spiral is exactly what I love to do. So,
That's what I'm saying. I'm all about mind
brother,
games, bro.
back in the
The
day,
thing is, I guarantee you, between fucking Denzel and Miller, how many people do you think they told on the PD about them
mhm.
showing other fucking gangs fucking pictures, or I mean, of like the class
Email
twos?
Crane, ask him. I I
Oh, see,
I
I'm all about the
genuinely
spice,
think it's
bro.
a good idea because I will tell you right now. You know, Pred was investigating me for the murder of Basim, who I never really even saw because I was trying to protect Denzel way back in the day. And so I made all the police force for 2 fucking months think I had something to do with it, and it made them spiral. It made them do more work. It made them look at probably all my phone subpoenas. It made fucking Bob Smith go into a fucking prison and threaten prisoners. The more you spin and throw bullshit out, the more you make them fucking lose their mind, which means less time for them to focus on your case.
Yeah, no, I agree, I agree, I agree.
I will say this, though, and I told Jordan this yesterday, and I think I told you as well. Be very cautious of doing any, like, weapon crates or anything like that, because that would solidify their case twofold. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It would also, like I said, you can throw out the evidence, but if you do another weapon crate, you can make an argument that it was there before, right? Reduce the value of it, but look, they got new blueprints and new guns. So be very fucking cautious. And hope to fucking God they post this docket case sooner than later.
all right.
Shit. When's the next time you're meeting up with Crane? I want to make sure I communicate this evidence shit just in case he's doesn't have... Like, does he know about it? Did he bring any of that up?
Are you talking about like the second raid and stuff like that?
Not just the second raid, but just the notion that the evidence was tampered with and
Yeah.
it should be thrown out. Did he agree
Yeah.
that it should be thrown out?
I'll be honest, he kind of said that like he believes like if this went to, like that part went to court, that the DOJ would probably not make it as big of a deal because um it's not like they did anything too crazy, I guess, because like there's still mission row and stuff like that. I don't know.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. He could probably word it the way
No,
he
no,
worded
no.
it, and
Yeah,
everyone will
I
understand.
like to hear that because I don't understand why if you take evidence out, you play with it, but then you also leave evidence at a raid. That's not mishandling of evidence.
Yeah.
Shit. And that'd be fucking unfortunate. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. But he did say though, but
yeah.
like even though it may not be the biggest deal in the world, like they have a lot of small things, like so many things that like just makes their case weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker because they have so many issues.
Yeah.
So that is a thing at least.
Okay. Well,
But yeah, probably gonna talk to him next tomorrow.
okay.
I don't know, sometime before Storm or something like that.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna go to sleep at Storm and then
Yeah.
probably wake up tomorrow at some point.
Easy. Well, shit. Let me know if you need anything, yeah? I gotta make some phone calls before Storm. All right. All right, brother. You stay safe. Let me call... Did it end last night?